So it is unusual, tuning in turbos aside. It's nice to have one that cancels its own indicators. It actually drives, not apart from the clutch is by far the worst clutch I've ever used. I'm not exaggerating that is that bad. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we are on with this lovely looking Defender 90 TD5, and this one is in for a GTB450. So if you've seen the videos from Craig's really nice black 90 with the upright front bumper on and everything, had the GTB650. As you're probably aware, Craig actually had a GTB450 on that initially. Well, this chap has bought that turbo from Craig and it's now going onto this vehicle. So that's the job for today. As normal, we'll go out on a road test, we'll do a full health check on the vehicle. It is already got an Alive Stage 2 on it, so we will run it on the dyno and hopefully see around sort of 180 to 190 horsepower. And then we'll get on with swapping the turbo over, run it again, do the usual stuff. But for now, we're going to get out on the road with it, make sure everything is as it should be. This was actually tuned at one of our dealers, so we've not actually seen this vehicle before in respect of tuning. So yeah, we'll get at it and see what it's like. I'll record everything. Everything, even the world's heaviest clutch.
That's why you're driving. Glass knees.
As I said, I don't think my knees are good enough for this one. I can't even get it in reverse, man. That's like when you have a red booster on it and it's not quite got set up right.
Yeah.
That's awful. Like, it's really heavy. And the bike
kicks your foot up.
No, it don't kick your foot up, but the bike, it's almost like it goes quarter of the way down and then you're pressing on a chunk of rubber. But the bite point is literally when your foot's off it.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't live with that. Oh, jeez.
I suppose you get used to it, don't you?
The man must have one massive left leg.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds really well.
So this has got one of our Stage 2s on, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Mileage is on.
136. Seems strong.
Feels about 180, 190, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It feels like a good Stage 2. That smell. Is that you?
No, it's not me. Eggy, isn't it?
That's awful. Clean as well.
Yeah.
Right, so if we go up here. Jesus. What should we do? Third gear, 10 mile an hour, yeah,
1,000 RPM.
Yeah, so you read it out.
1,500, 1,800, 2,000. Can't really hear.
So that was actually quite early, that.
Yeah, do it in 4th gear up this hill.
So down to 30 mile an hour, 4th gear, foot flat down now.
1,500 RPM. That's 1 bar. Just starting to pull around 1,700 RPM. Still going up on 1.2, 1.3, 1.35 bar at 2,700 RPM.
That's quite good. They're normally a little bit lazier than that. And that was from 30 to 55.
Yeah, but it's still not making peak boost until it's at 2,800 RPM, whereas the GTB 450 will be on peak boost at 1700 RPM. I would have said
17, 1800
yeah,
typically.
1.7 bar.
Well, now we can obviously directly compare that afterwards. It actually drives, not apart from the clutch is by far the worst clutch I've ever used. Like, I'm not exaggerating that is that bad. Yeah, there's either something massively wrong with that, or
The thrust bearing is chattering, isn't it?
yeah, but that's not right. Can't be. It's not your normal heavy clutch. Like a normal heavy clutch, you can sort of push past it and then it's got that kick as you lift your foot back off.
Yeah.
This hasn't got any of that. It's just literally like a quarter of the way down, halfway down. It's like crushing a block of rubber.
Has he got extra mats in it now?
Third gear, ready to go up the hill and go for it. So that's 30 mile an hour, 35, 40, 45, 50. Change gear. 55. Oh, is it going to be 60? 60. 65 by the first sign.
See what we get with a 450 on.
Yeah.
It's boosting at 1.35 bar max.
Right, back to the workshop.
See what it makes on the dyno.
Yeah. There we go. So 188.7 horsepower and 403.6 newton meters of torque. So it was, yeah, it was right in saying about how it's quite strong coming on.
We said about 180, didn't we?
Yeah.
190.
Yeah, so pretty typical of what we would expect for a stage 2, between 180 and 190 horsepower and usually around sort of 400 newton meters of torque. Healthy, sounds well.
Yeah, that's at 1.35 bar, so.
Yeah, so we'll get the, we'll have a look, see if we've got one of them
Boost tits.
boost tit thingies.
Nipples.
Boost nipples. Feels wrong saying it on here. But yeah, so we'll now get on, we'll get it off the dyno, through to the workshop, and we'll start fitting some turbo parts. Right, so that was a run with the boost
yeah.
measured on it, and we can see where we're at with it.
So,
So that is
1800 RPM.
yeah, 1800 RPM, and you are
1.2.
Yeah, about 1.2
Yeah.
bar. Obviously,
Remember
this 2 point whatever is 1 bar of atmospheric.
And then peak boost, because obviously it boost creeps being a wastegate turbo, is 1.4 bar at 3,285 RPM. So we should be seeing a solid 1.7 bar by about 1900 RPM, shouldn't we?
Yeah, realistically. But it is right in what we were saying about on the road test there. It felt like it was coming on strong. Yeah. Right, now that's out of the way, let's fit a turbo to it. Right, so turbo is fitted, everything is done with that, oil and filter service. Just warming it up on the dyno now, so we are going to go for the after run basically, see what it does. We are going to plot the boost on it as well so we can directly compare it with the run that we did when it came in stock. So yeah, get some temperature in it and see what she does. Right, so first run, not really happy with it, lacking a little bit here, and then overall the gains 199.3 and then 427.3. Obviously we are seeing an improvement in it, but it's just a little bit messy, so we need to revise that file, tweak it, yeah, run it again after we've got a revision back. So this is all part of the process of these. They're not all the same. There isn't just one generic setup that works. You've got to sort of run it and try it and see where it sits and then tweak it from there. So yeah, back to gas with this one, get a new file for it. Right, so that run was 214 horsepower and 442 newton meters of torque. I mean, as you can see, yeah, from previous runs, we've got really, really nice gains all the way through with that one. So yeah, I mean, pretty happy with that one. Nice and clean, not overly smoky. I think the plan now is get it unstrapped, take it out on a road test, see what it's like from this point on. Make sure everything is happy, working as it should be. So yeah, that's it. You're happy with that, Wilson?
Yeah, let's have a look at this boost, can't we?
Oh yeah, yeah, the boost measurement on that one. Hurry up, we're just recording ourselves studying now. It's getting awkward.
Bogies!
Pause it a second.
Why you figures out what he's doing with this dyno, we'll hold on there.
Eventually.
1.2 summit bar at 1810 RPM. So what yes. So now we are, let's flip this camera around. Oh,
1.6 bar, aren't we?
yeah, so just shy of 1.6 bar at 1815 RPM. So this one was actually really responsive, and I think we said that on the road test, didn't we? Sort of low down for a stock turbo, it was actually really healthy. So it came on a little bit earlier than what you'd normally expect, and obviously it was already mapped to stage 2. But yeah, so this one comes on around the same point, but it actually comes on a lot stronger. And the other thing with this is, you can see from the graph, it actually holds for much longer as well. So we've took that sort of small kick of power that it did have initially, we've made it a lot stronger, but we've also drawn it out throughout the entire RPM as well. So drive-wise, it should drive a lot better. So yeah, speaking of driving, road test time. Let's get on with it. Right, road test time. Deal with this clutch.
That's when he got a lot more go.
That's a bit peppier, that one. Still clean.
Yeah.
Not a drop. It's getting busy around here, isn't it?
Definitely. Definitely on it, a lot lower down.
Yeah. So it is unusual, tuning and turbos aside. It's nice to have one that cancels its own indicators. So you're just having to switch them off afterwards.
That's a Defender thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Wow, second gear, it's just on. Yeah, it's typical 450 now, it's there, it's just on all the time. You just don't have to drive it to keep it in that sort of, that sweet spot now. It's just, yeah, it's just there. It's third gear, foot flat down, 20 mile an hour, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Upper gear, 55, 60, 65, going up an hill, 70. Yeah, that's
a lot different.
A lot stronger.
And that wasn't, he didn't get a massive gain like most customers who come in standard and then go to 450. Because he's already well up there at was it 190, 188?
186, I think it was. It was strong anyway. We knew it was strong.
But it feels like he's got a massive gain,
Yeah.
even though he hasn't on the numbers got as much.
Yeah, because going from a stock turbo to a VNT, it's not always about peak figures.
It's all about the delivery.
Yeah, because it drives completely different on this turbo or a VNT turbo to a stock turbo. Yeah, it's you're getting rid of the lag. There's literally no lag.
It's so smooth.
You know, like now, I'm doing 20 mile an hour in third gear through a farmyard. It's cruising. It's quite happy.
Yeah.
It's not struggling. You know, round the corner, up the hill. It's just it turns it into a modern diesel. Is what it does. Same again. Foot flat down. On it. 35.
That was 1.7 bar at 1800 RPM.
Yeah, instantly.
Does sound well.
Yeah. Don't like these.
So we have a go with the 360.
Yeah, but what we'll do, I mean, we're happy with that. Customer's going to be over the moon with it. Only thing we do now is back to the workshop and let him have a go, bless him. He's been waiting most of the day for it, patiently. So, yeah, back to the workshop. We'll see you on the next one. Don't forget, like, subscribe, all of that sort of thing. Thank you very much for watching.